The reefer shipment is the shipment which needs to be shipped in certain specific types of environment and atmosphere.
For latest updates, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon.
For the ocean freight. So for that, first we have to understand and identify what exactly the reefer shipment means. The reefer shipment is the shipment which needs to be shipped in certain specific types of environment and atmosphere in view of shelf life and nurture the cargo to be preserved in particular condition. For example, like medicines or food items or fisheries or dairy items, vaccines, etc. So these are all types of cargo which need to be moved or stored in specific environment, which needs specific temperature set and atmosphere like humidity and everything to be maintained in certain level to make sure the shelf life and it effectiveness is preserved properly. So these are all types of different reefer shipments or reefer cargoes. So how to process any such request for reefer shipment? Then we have to identify based on the pre-request received from shipper. We have to identify whether this cargo is required to be taken care as a reefer shipment or not. That you can definitely do either once the shipper themselves is identifying and sharing the detail stating that this is the reefer shipment or the temperature controlled shipment. Then once you identify this is the reefer shipment, most of the forwarders are having their set of different requirements as well as the shipping lines as well. But the ideal movement to proceed with is to have the proper reefer requisite form from the shipper with all details like the shipper, consignee, what type of cargo, the cargo description, any particular take care or to do thing for that particular cargo, what not to do, what should be avoided, any special instruction for example. Then definitely the port of loading, port of discharge, and the set temperature requirement, what is the acceptable variance for that particular cargo, what exactly type of humidity is required, and so on. So the basic requisite detail should be received formally from the shipper. Based on it, the forwarder or the agent can proceed with the booking from their side. Definitely along with this, the cargo value detail is also required, because for reefer shipment in particular, there are highly chances the cargo value is way more higher, and to make sure and to safeguard everybody's interest, the shipping line also asks the clarity from the shipper with regard to the cargo value of that particular shipment as well. And if at all the cargo value is too high, then the certain procedure would be requested by the shipping line, and accordingly you have to liaise from your side and ask shipper also to liaise with such requisites. So based on all the details what you might have received from the shipper, you can initiate the booking request either on the respective portal of the shipping line, or the mainly or vastly used portal on a day-to-day activity is INTTRA, which is highly recommended, very easy to use, very user friendly, and most of the all carriers and NVOCCs are already EDI integrated with INTTRA platform. So it is very easy to have the portal which can help you to communicate with almost all liners. So based on that, today we are going to have the discussion and understanding for the booking requisite process through INTTRA for the reefer shipment. For once you log in for the INTTRA platform, so once you log in for the INTTRA platform, you would see the screen appearing here. You will see the complete platform home screen like this, from which you have to process for the create new booking from the drag down option. There are multiple options you can see here. For booking option, you have multiple options like create new templates or archive templates or your existing bookings also. If you want to utilize the existing booking from your old platforms or something, then you can go for my bookings. You can identify old booking from the portal itself and you can reuse it simply. But here for the clarity, we will go for the create new booking. So as you can see in create new booking, we have this new window open up in front of us. So we have to categorize in different, the genres itself here. First, we can see the general details. General details, like we have definitely for reefer shipment, you have to procure the rates from the shipping line first. Based on the agreed approval and confirmation from the shipper, you have to go ahead for the booking with respective carrier from your side. So just for an example, here we are considering CMA as the partner carrier for this particular movement. Also, as per the the negotiated rate, for example, you guys would be receiving the SQ number. Just for example, here I am updating. You can simply copy and paste it here. Then the immediate right option is booking office. Here you have to update the respective booking office which is applicable for this particular shipment. Just for an example, I am updating as Ahmedabad. Then immediate below you can see the parties column. Here preliminary, it is though not mandatory. As you can see, the mandatory columns highlighted as this red exclamatory mark. Shipper is not mandatory, but still it is highly recommended you update the correct shipper detail on this platform to avoid any misdeclaration going at a later stage. So if the shipper BL is directly to be issued on the carrier BL, then the actual shipper has to be updated here. So here, just for example, I am updating BCD India Private Limited. If the forwarder is acting as a shipper and the house BL is to be involved, then same the forwarder can be replicated as a shipper here. Then consignee you can update, right? If at all you require any additional party to be updated, like contractual party is some different. For example, the global contract might be in place for any special movement. Then the contractual party has to be updated with whom the contract number would be linked. Then the notify party or additional notify party as per the request from shipper. Then in below you can see the reference column where there are multiple reference options you can update. One is shipper reference number. You can update either invoice number or any other reference number made available on invoice packing list from shipper. Forwarder's reference, you can update your own internal job reference number or the purchase order number, which can be identified by all the parties. Even the customer can also identify from this if at all you want to share the visibility of this portal with any other party. Additional reference parties also you can update if at all required, like consignee's reference as I was mentioning, or BL reference number or any other reference number which you want to add. Then on below we can see the tabular for transport activity. So in transport movement there are three preliminary the tabular which we can see. One is movement type. So once we click on the movement type option, you will see the different options made available. There are 4 different movement types. One is port to port, which is also known as CY to CY. Then if at all the carrier is having the responsibility for origin door pickup, then door to CY, which can be updated here. Then if the door responsibility from the shipping line at both the ends, at origin and destination, then door-to-door option is there. Vice versa, if destination door delivery is responsibility lies with shipping line, but the origin only till port, then the CY2 door option has to be updated. For here as example, we are going to see and process as CY only as a port to port. Then place of carrier receipt we have to update. For example, I am just going ahead with Mundra, which means shipper has to make this cargo available at Mundra, duly custom cleared and everything. What would be the first departure date, or by which day, for example, shipper would be able to make the container available? So here I am just updating, for example, 30th of January. We are assuming the place of delivery or POD as New York. So as you can see, for this respective carrier CMA, from Mundra to New York, starting from 30th of January, there are multiple vessels you can see. There are vessels till end of February, you can see here. Also you can see the service also. So for which particular service you want to go ahead for the booking, you just simply have to select from this option. For example, you say you want to go for the Epic service either on 5th of February or 12th of February. For example, here we are going ahead with 5th of February. Then as we have selected the carrier vessel option already, so here you can say the main carrier option is already showing updated as per the selected vessel detail with vessel and voyage. If at all you do not see any option available from the portal itself, you might be having the vessel detail and everything made available from shipping line, that you can manually also update here if at all required. Then further going, you will see cargo movement detail showing here. Here as we are executing the reefer movement, for example, but for understanding, we are taking the pharmaceutical product as an example, and the HS code also we are going to take for the pharmaceutical products. This is the approximate gross weight which I am putting across from my side. If at all any has detail to be updated, you can update here. In our case, there is no has movement to be updated. Then for reefer movement, we have to update the container type. In India, majoritarily the reefer high cube containers are only made available. Though for pharmaceutical or non-food any product, you can still go for the reefer high cube container selection from your side. If at all from carrier, if they are insisting to go ahead with specific non-food reefer container, then you have to select accordingly. Once we select the reefer container, automatically you might have seen here the add reefer setting detail have been added into the portal. So here we have to select the add reefer settings. So the temperature for this pharmaceutical product will be 18. So as you can see, if I simply put 18, then here it will be showing an error. What is the error? Enter a valid 3-digit number. So nothing, but just we have to add 018. You have to update the correct temperature setting as well, Celsius or Fahrenheit. This has to be updated as per the request from shipper. As per my understanding and my knowledge, I am updating the humidity as 65, which is majorly and commonly used for pharmaceutical product. Vent setting has to be closed. It has to be kept open only in case of requested by the shipper. Rest of the details are not required because the airflow is not required, as we are requesting for the vent closed setting, right? There is no specific carbon dioxide level we have to make sure from our side, as based on the humidity and the temperature it will be set accordingly. Further, you can update temperature control instruction like this: set temperature 18 degree, accepted temperature variance 15 to 25 degrees Celsius, humidity plus 65%. As we have identified and discussed earlier, for reefer shipment, cargo value is always mandatory. If you are not having the clarity, the exact value, you immediately have to check with the shipper. Based on the invoice packing list, you will have the clarity. But majorly the carriers are very inclined to have the cargo value below $5 lakh, right? So here you can update below USD 5 lakhs. Or any other clarity you want to give, an instruction you want to give, you can update and then simply save. Once you save it, you can also add the multiple containers if at all required. Then below you will see the payment details. Here for payment details, as ocean freight is negotiated locally, freight need to be paid locally. So accordingly, we have to update the payment terms and other payment details from our side. So the freight payment on prepaid basis requires the basic freight. Here from the direct down option, you have to select prepaid. Then the payer party would be forwarder, as the forwarding or agent party is going to make the payment. Payment location can also be selected. The respective office who is processing the booking and everything, you have to update. Further, you can see here the comments and notification section. It is highly recommended that you update freight terms, movement type, invoice address and GST detail. These are the details which are mandatory to avoid any wrong billing from shipping line and to avoid any additional costing and penalty as well. Further, in right, you can see the partner email notification. Here you can see the notify me regarding the status and update of this booking, which means the credential person who is processing the booking will automatically get the notification. Apart from him or her, anyone wants to get the notification, you can update the multiple email IDs here. Then in last, you can see the template. You can update the template in the name of shipper or any other references you want to be having the clarity from your side. Once the template is name is given, you can simply put here save template, then definitely same would be reflecting in this templates here. So once you select the templates, and automatically this number would be showing, and by clicking that number you will directly going ahead with the new booking request from your side. So once it is done, if you do not want to have the template created, it is very much okay, and then you can go ahead for the submit booking from here. For reefer booking, the ideal turnaround time for almost all the carriers would be near around 6 to 8 hours. Based on the correct booking request is initiated, correct contract number, correct parties are updated from your side, correct office is selected, correct the vessel and the container detail and cargo detail is updated from your side, based on which I don't think so there would be any other problem to get the booking issued. I hope this tutorial will definitely give you the confidence and help you to gain the confidence and confirmation to go ahead for the new booking request from your side. Stay tuned and we'll come up with more interactive and more knowledge enhancing videos from our side. Thanks a lot. Keep learning.
For detailed learning of all logistics subjects, visit www.logiveda.com.